Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody just calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
come
on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Take it. Take my hand.
After a big afternoon of shopping, there's nothing better than some Mexican food and a nice little drink. Come on down and enjoy a nice Mexican fiesta.
Guess what? We took everything you love about the Bloomin' Onion and created a menu you've never seen before.
Let me hear you say, Bloom that ass. Bloom that ass.
This bloomified menu starts at $13.99 and it's gonna blow your bloomin' mind.
Good morning, one and all. Hello, hello. How are you on this fine December 12th? Not many sleeps left until Christmas. I've taken advantage, as you can see, of the new stream. Thank you, StreamYard. That's exactly what I wanted. Christmas cheer. Thank you, Dave. The X has been reinstalled. I'm back streaming on X, so I get that cool inflated number. It makes me feel more special. As people scroll by the stream on X and go, oh, that's another viewer. There we go. Let's take that. Yes, indeedy doody. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. All right. No time to waste. I have a Druid to draw, but we must say hello to the chat. I've got everything set up, so I'm kind of looking over here. Mo was not first. He was first in the chat, but you know he's a retired. So hail to Mo. The Golden Wrench, it was Comics Legend. He snagged it for everyone. Oh, and I forgot to upload it. That whole time, I was sitting there doing nothing, twiddling the old thumbs. Could have been uploading that. Look at all this. They've added in all these Christmas things, and now I can't Hang on, I could put that there. I could put that there. Boxing Day. All right, let's get rid of Boxing Day. We don't need that. Delete that. I know. See, I lose my header. You know, if I have a little, it's got like that's an Australian one because he's on a beach. Now let's just go back to that. I'll add in Comics Legend. I'll be fair. He did get it. So, oh my God, it's not letting me. All right, get rid of this. Get rid of this. How about now? All right, finally, we're in. Oh, my God. All of that for that. Hope it was worth it. Yeah, get rid of Boxing Day. Screw the help. No, Boxing Day is not the help. Boxing Day is... What is Boxing Day? I mean, I always interpreted that you get rid of all your boxes, but it probably has some history that you're aware of that I've forgotten about, that I learned about at some point in my history and then have since forgotten. Mark's music obsession won't be able to make it, but shout out to Mark. He's in New Orleans celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Mark. I wish I had one of those songs. Happy birthday, Mark. Raiden Radio, what's up? Great to see you. Was Raiden, were you the one who did the epic Man with No Strings sketch cover? I have an idea for my sketch cover for when it arrives, but I feel it's all for naught now that Kenneth has put his out. What is up, Dave Brink? Great to see you, my friend. Jeffrey Burtz, g'day and good morning. More Santa drawing? Yeah, mate, like skinny Santa today. We'll see how we go. Boxing Day was when servants got the fancy boxes used by the upper class the day before. It was very upstairs, downstairs things. All right, yeah, because sometimes the packaging things come in. I got a new computer at work. I got a new iMac, and my God, the box it came in is insane. It's like a piece of engineering in and of itself. Sup, Michael? Great to see you here. Druid in the morning to you, says Jay. Second chair stubby. Great to see you, Lord Ravener. Thank you for coming back, Sumo. Greatly appreciated. As was stated, yes, I did get my X account back. Shout out, I think, to Valley Law. Remember he said he would send a letter? He did actually reach out. I told him the details. So, you know, when I first got my account and when I got all that sort of stuff. A week later, unbanned. No explanation. So I'm going to assume it was Valley Law. Some others thought it might be them because they tweeted. The tweets weren't really doing anything. But thank you nonetheless to everyone who tweeted. It is greatly appreciated. But I really do think apparently Valley sent a legal letter and a fax in 2025. That's how you get stuff done in 2025. You send faxes, apparently. But yeah, it's back. And that means we're now streaming on X again. Myrddin Wyllt. We're going to chat about Myrddin. Will this be turned into original art and auctioned off? I think so, yeah. Why not? If you could stop hating Christmas for 5 minutes to get on with the show. All right. I will begin. I'll stop reading everyone's chat. But I saw Tobor in here. Where was Tobor? I swear I saw him. Plays at the bottom. Planet Tobor. Yo! It's great to see Tobor in the chat. And I saw someone else. Who was it? It was Well Read. What's up, Well Read? Yes, it's Welsh. And it isn't pronounced Myrddin, even though it's spelt like that. It's pronounced Myrddin. The double D is apparently a sound. And Tobor is a pioneer of the Bancroft chat. He has been here many a year. How long have I been streaming? Since 2019. He's been here, so he gets the OG pass. But I just a quick update. I was doing I'm up to a stage in the book now where the page is actually coming through a lot faster because there's less bells and whistles with the colors and everything. They're mostly just like a monotone page, different shades of blue highlights and stuff. So they're going quicker, which is good. But we're getting to the point now where it's like, am I just going to stream the entire book? You know, I think I should leave the last third of it a bit more mysterious. So I will probably not be doing any more color streams or anything for Fractured Mind. Just because, yeah, you know, I want to leave something for when you actually get the book. So you know, oh, I've seen all of this. But that's going along really well. I think I'm up to page 23, 23, yeah, out of 36. So pretty good. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start doing these little draw streams for these character sheet stuff. For these characters for a new book I am writing. And that's what we're doing here. Has it been that long? It has, Tobor. 2019. If you can believe it. And I mean, I can't. It's just become a part of the day, the life. Raiden's currently shipping Eudaimonia 3, but he's slow and has autism. The only time you will see any double D's drawn by Bancroft. Yeah, so this book that I'm crafting. Oh crap! I've got to do. Oh my god! I almost started drawing without the friggin'. I'm supposed to be recording this for a short. Whoo! That would have been a disaster. All right, give me a sec here. Let me set that up. Screen record. Yeah, the last one got. I think it's on like 7,000 views or something. So worth doing. Slotism. I got to look here as opposed to here because that's going to hurt my neck. Maybe I will. I don't know. I've got the chat set up here, so I probably should just look there because I won't be pulling them up. So, you know, what's the diff? All right, we're looking good. All right, let's start where I like to start, on the eyes, you know. Yeah, the other one, the Nordic warrior Harold. And I was saying that Cranberry was going to get it. With Harold, son of what was it, Boldor? But then I realized that he's actually a god. Boldor is a god, and I wasn't aware of that god. So I didn't know if I want to do that necessarily. If you give, so this is essentially a druid is kind of like an old Celtic kind of important person, but also sort of like a precursor to the wizards. Like they were, you know, they were shamans, but they were also bards and teachers and stuff like that. So so this book is gonna be sort of like a warrior, Viking warrior type guy versus wizards, essentially. Not versus, but like, well, one of them will be versus. But yeah, I put up that short talking about, you know, Iron Age Nordic warriors and such. And I got into a little bit of a discussion with someone who was like, no, the Nordic religion came about way before this. And I was like, did it? I don't know. I mean, anyway, I was just trying to like say something in a short. I wasn't really trying to get into a whole debate about it. But that's what happens, I guess, when you get out to more people. Bancroft, not a Thor fan, I guess. Well, this is like real life Thor. Real life Thor, you know? Will the wizards have crossbows? No. There'll be two. I think I've got a pretty unique kind of magic that will be happening. You know, magic in the sense that it can happen in the Lucent world, you know? So I've already established some of the things that can happen. So it's got to sort of fit within that realm. And Druids originated the mistletoe belt buckle. I was like, I was about to take that at face. I said, oh, did they? I was like, wait a minute. Mistletoe belt buckle. He will have oak leaves hanging off his belt. Is that kind of the origin of the mistletoe? Because the Druids, they were like the oak tree people or something. What's up, K-pop? So yeah, it'll all be taking place in the late 400s in Britain. And yeah, so Myrddin Wyllt is actually the origin of Merlin. So Myrddin, the Welsh Myrddin, became the English Merlin but that was like 600 years later or something. So this is technically the real Merlin. And I've been doing research on him for about a month. Lots of different varying accounts. In one of them, he's just like a naked man in the wild. And I was like, I know if I really want to do that. I want to kind of present him because originally his story is he was like a bard to like a local, warlord king. It was back in those days. The names were amazing too. Like, they really did sound like fantasy names, like Godfreynick and stuff like that. But there was a big battle and he went crazy. I think that's like certified, and he's actually a real person. There's actual historical, evidence that he was a real person, at least in that sense. But like, as for whether he was his prophecies and everything, that's obviously up for interpretation. But we can definitely use him in a story. Looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, Mr. Monkey Boy. Hey, you changed your office. Yeah, I did that a while ago, Agent Cub. Probably about 3 months ago. What's up, Amanda? What's up, Casey Anthony? We was druids and shit. I gotta start reading here on the chat. Him some like weird. He's supposed to be all very disheveled. So essentially, after this big battle that he everyone he knew got killed, and I'm sort of like weaving this into my own story, but this is just like the historical account. He went off into the wilderness to become a wild man, talk to animals and talk to trees. So yeah, that's what we're working with here. Plenty to go on that can work in the Lucent world. I'm just going to do like the outlines, I think. But he's still supposed to be kind of pretty disheveled, even in this state. Bancroft's ghetto accent sounds like the little boy on the bus with Forrest Gump. Can't sit here. Druids doing druidness. Yeah, the druids all went away. I think because I think they're about to get the Anglo invasion. I think, if my memory serves me correct. Britain is the land that is forever being invaded. That's all I know. It's currently undergoing one right now. It's throughout history. Bancroft's trying to promote 5-head acceptance to his art. Yeah, I've got a couple of foreheads going. I mean, I think this is pretty normal. The way I do it is I eyeball it with I pinch my fingers here and I put, what is this? This is this part here. And then my thumbnail is the lips, yeah? And then you put it like that. Like, let's look here, right? Skip mine out. Okay, there you go. So there to there. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, that's how it should be. On everybody, Phil Diaz. So if I do it here on this guy, he's a little high. He's got a bit of a 6 head going there. But that's all right. I'm not trying to do the details just yet. I'm trying to like. Mo says Amanda's been getting a lot of compliments on her hair after everyone witnessed that Druid abomination bankrupt destroy. Don't use the mirror for reference, says Sumo. No, it works every time. Although when I did start, I noticed like Ella, I give her a massive forehead when I started. Oh my goodness. She was whew. Now, so like I said, I've been doing my research. Now, what they had is these things called, I think they're called talks, which are like these rings, or like sometimes it's like a single ring of a plate or something. Sometimes it's rings, and they symbolize, I don't know, that they're special or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna put some rings around his neck. Bancroft has a Roman nose. It has conquered much of his face. Twisted wire work, says Lord Ravener. Are you a druid connoisseur, Ravener? Do you know your druids? I think I've really undersold that Roman nose joke. What do you want me to do with it? Yeah, KSS has it right. The forehead makes the nose look smaller. Exactly. Can't a druid have a meal? A succulent Viking meal? Well, again, this is pre-Viking. The Vikings weren't considered a thing until, I think, like 400 years later. But who knows what they were eating back in these days. Considering where British culinary ended up, I mean, I wouldn't even like to hazard a guess. This druid has clothing. No druidity here. Oh my god, druidity. It's early, all right. Just casually whipping that forehead out. You know it. Jay says 60% of the time it works every time. All right, let me sort out his cloak here. Something is. I've got my smoothing turned all the way off. This is just pure skill. Pure penmanship, as it were. Hail and bow to the great Felix Huss, Link Master. A whole lot of porridge, suggests Lord Ravener. That's what they were eating? Gruel? Yeah, probably. Bancroft's live drawing skills have improved immensely. Remember when he struggled to draw 2 squares over the course of an hour-long stream? Well, yeah, but I did prepare for this. Like I've done the sketch and everything. I've got references. But yes, I do. We all remember that sweat fest. What's up, Felix? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. YouTube has altered our names, which makes you realize in some ways Mark Wade actually won out, didn't he? He won in the end. Damn it. What time is it in Australia? It is 8:42 in the AM. I will be starting work at 9:30, and then I'll be going to a Christmas party at 12 o'clock. Which means I get to knock off early, which is always good. There's stories of this guy riding on like deer and all sorts of weird things, but you never know how much of it is kind of came later and was made up and integrated into the the Merlin myth and everything. But I don't really care. Whatever makes a good story, I think. Some weird hair. I've got him here. Bancroft, you know what movie disappointed me? Kramus. Kramus? They could have made it Gremlins for a new generation, but they blew it. I have no idea what that is, KSS. Santa? This is Druid Santa. What's up, Bullet Ninja? Great to see you. The phrase in my defense, Bancroft, world-class writer. Why? What did I say? I didn't know what I said. I think he meant Krampus, which sucked. I don't know. Doesn't look Druish. He's my kind of Druish. How did a Druid look? I mean, I did as much research as I possibly can, but it's all really speculation. He's got a tunic. He's got things. He's got a cloak. He's got a staff. He's been in the wild for 20 years, so he's kind of dirty and gross, you know. He's only half Druish. Yeah, there you go. He's something else on his mother's side. I got a Krampus once, but then I told her to leave the same way she came in. Spaceballs callback. What was the Spaceballs callback? Oh, right. Yes. Oh man, I haven't seen that in the long. That completely went over my head. I would never have thought of that unless you pointed it out to me. I don't think I saw. I think I've seen Spaceballs since I was probably like late teens, maybe. I've totally forgotten about that. I saw Spaceballs at the theater when it came out, says KSS. What year was that? Is it like mid 80s? Was it Bill Pullman? Who was the main guy? I can't even remember. Who was the like Han Solo stand-in? It was Bill Pullman, right? Yeah. I'm really surprised I even remember that name. Lone Star. All right. Tricky parts. I have to remind myself not to do too much detail because I usually do all the shadow and stuff afterwards where I end up covering a lot of it up. So You're saying I have a good memory, Lord Ravener? I have a really good memory for some things and the worst memory for other things. Like, I would say I'm actually pretty forgetful, but I remember just weird facts, speeches, quotes. I don't know if this is. I want it to look. I want it to be like rings. I might have to just. Start heavy here. There we go. That's better. Hey, Michael in the house. Did someone say Arthur? Well, I'm drawing original man. Myrddin Wyllt. The OG. I think he was from, even though I think it was Welsh. I think it was Welsh poetry. I think it was in Scotland, if memory serves correct. I could be wrong there. But he was certainly known and written by like Welsh poets and stuff of the day and later. But yes, he would eventually become Merlin. Yes, the likely inspiration. One of. Oh, there was a pure Scottish one called Lylocan. That's another guy that may have like been, interpreted. But I'll be taking inspiration and cues from all of them. Maybe even a little bit of the like Monmouth Merlin, but not as much. Like, I did mention too in the last stream that there might be like a Lady of the Lake situation. Maybe we'll see. Thumb looks kind of busted. So much for that good memory. Great. Now you got him going. Well, when you're in sort of like research mode, it's just like you get really interested in this stuff. Oh God, now it looks worse. I'm just gonna leave it there for now. We'll deal with that later. I'll deal with you later. Let's give him some funky ringage. Whatever these are. Maybe like give him a big one. Usually it's Odin getting started on this stuff, and I have to pull him back. This is really great, bangers. You have talents. I must be after your pop your VB power pill. You have advanced drawing skill. Either that or you're a radioactive Jim Lee bit you. No, it's mostly just a lot of drawing. You know, if you need anyone to do some Arthurian references, I know a guy. I'm gonna try and not stay away, but really use a lot more of the older stuff as reference. Because I think you know, Merlin, like the Monmouth Merlin, has been kind of done a lot, you know, by everyone. So not many people, I think, have done Myrddin. So Bancroft is already in the US. He's from Ohio. The Australian thing is all an act. Yes. Yeah, well, hey, you know, they brought in the new, you know, you have to be over 16 thing to be on X, and nothing happened. And then I checked my account. I think it's because it's so old, like it's, you know, the account itself is 10 years old or something. So it just says it's based in the US. So I guess I flew under the radar because they probably weren't tracking locations when I first made it. That's all I can guess. Give him a belt. Bancroft once made a sweet short about it with Clint. Oh, that was hilarious. Clint shared that not too long ago. That was my best accent performance ever. Do the bottom of the belt first. You can always delete. It's usually easiest. What is it with Ohio? Do Ohioans sound like Aussies, or do Aussies sound like Ohioans? Or is it just that Ohio is kind of out of the way, so no one goes in and checks up on them, so they may as well be, that's where Australia is, because, you know, no one else would know otherwise, you know? It's a neutral accent. All right. Sweetheart's music still occasionally wakes me up at night, says Kay says. He's got the PTSD. It was weird, wasn't it? It was like doot, 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 doot. It didn't really fit the genre, the topic. Bangus is definitely from Victorian Oz. He has all the. What are the telltale signs that I'm from Victoria? I would be interested in hearing that, because, you know, I'm not originally from Victoria, but I am very much, yeah, Victorian now. But I'd be interested in hearing what these telltale signs are for sure. Is it the VB sign? I still have the Becoming Bancroft entries, Mo. We could play them at one point. I didn't get rid of them. The VB, the culture, and the cold weather. Yeah, that is true. Although it's quite warm at the moment. It would make for a good Christmas session. All right, we'll do that. That'll be good. Yeah, I was looking at them the other day. I didn't watch them, but I was like, oh, look at all this stuff. The old gang. That's where the old original intro came from. It was from that. I don't know if my oak leaves look particularly oaky, but that's what they're going to be. Bancroft, after all these years, I still have one question. Did you ever read Skip Edwards' script? No, I never did. He actually brought it up the other day, and I couldn't tell if he was joking. He was like, yeah, maybe finally you'll read my script. And I was like, after all these years, I think it's cooler if I don't. But you can never tell. He's got a very dry sense of humor. You can never tell if he's joking or not, you know? Skip was the original wrench war thing with sending him the toolkit without a wrench in it. Skip deleted that entire project rather than tell me he didn't care for my voice work on his trailer, says Mo. Damn it. It's rough. That is rough. I'm trying to learn the subtle art of just drawing random shapes and stuff to make it look like there's, you know, a lot of paraphernalia and stuff. And things hanging off the belt. I learned that from Canetti. Just like draw random little things. That's what he does with all his machines. I was like, does any of that mean anything in your head? He's like, nah, it's just random shapes that look machiney. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go into too much detail because this part is going to be in shadow. So get some little like hanging coins or something down here. It's like his utility belt, you know, his Druid utility belt. Do you work from home, and is your Christmas party just in your living room? I do have an office, and oh my God. Mo, how did you know? Did Mel tell you? Is that for real? He says Bancroft works in an office where he abuses the public candy bowl. Is that? Did Mel tell you what happened? They had a big. I do work at an office, but only 2 days a week. Although I've been in a bit more lately because we had the big Black Friday sales and everything, and it's a massive warehouse in there as well as an office, and there were tons of people working there. Mel works there as well, so she was working really late, and there was a big. Well, we call it a lolly bowl. You would call it a candy bowl. And yeah, I was taking a few trips down there to go sneak a couple, that's for sure. Oh, I discussed it once in the chat, right? Yeah. Everyone likes a nice pendulous snack. All right. So what role is Myrddin playing in the Lucent without any spoilers, of course? So I have this would be the new book once Fractured Mind is done that I will be hiring an artist to draw, and it'll be like a supplemental book. Yeah, it doesn't translate very well over to the US, so it's not spelt like that. It's spelt like this. So not the same spelling. And yeah, so it's essentially set in around about like 400 and something 500 AD. Myrddin is in the woods, and essentially another wizard, a Nordic warrior, his son, a bunch of others go into the forest to rout him for kind of like a prize. And so it's kind of like ends up being like wizard battle, warrior type battle, but all within the Lucent rules and the Lucent world, and it's all connected to the lore and everything. It's really cool. It's like I'm having a lot of fun just like writing it and just kind of growing it and making it even crazier. And I get to like do all this stuff that I love, like the history and the folklore and stuff. Why does this guy have so many Christmas tree air fresheners hanging on his belt? That's his symbol. That is Druid symbols. Jeffrey says Queenslanders are the battlers. See, I'm a Queenslander, bred tough like Spartans. That's me. No women. This is all dudes in the woods together, naked, like Bancroft likes it. There are no, like we said yesterday, there's only one woman, but not an actual woman. And if you know your Arthurian legend, you might be able to guess what I'm talking about there. Even though this isn't an Arthurian story, it's still. I like to do with the Lucent is give, a possible alternative explanation of what really happened and where the myths came from. So that's most definitely what I'll be doing with this one. Speaking of dudes, what did you do to Valley? It's not what I did to Valley. It's what Valley did to me. It did for me, I should say. He got my X back. We think. I mean, I can't, like, it's been 3 months and there was just, you know, the only response I got back is you're not getting your account back. What didn't he do? So, you know, I can only assume it was his lawyery pressures that got my Twitter account back. But I haven't heard from him since. He might just be, you know, doing whatever's, living life, whatever people do. What do people do? I don't know. He's biding his time, thinks Mo. He's pulling it. He's definitely not under the desk. There'll be no thumb biting from me on stream. Especially not at 9 a.m. on a Friday morning before work. But never anyway. Really don't even need to put in this detail until the end, so just leave that. Valley laid down more than the law. You owe him now. I do owe him. I need to think of something very special to kind of like give him, you know, in thanks. Maybe some art or something. I'll think of something. He did certainly go above and beyond, that's for sure. Is Rocky in the house? What's up, Rocky? Oh, look, now I get to notice that Rocky is here 20 minutes later. What's up, Rocky? Great to see you, buddy. Missed your no show yesterday. Had to fend for myself. I was ended up watching poker videos all day. All day. No comic book stuff. Huh? But then again, I didn't stream either yesterday, so I can't really say anything. The groomsman himself. Ray says, oh, Becca actually got a good one on Rocky. Yeah, I don't have anything to play, though. I don't have any sound effects or anything. Everyone make sure they're subbed to Rocky's channel. There's a great weekly show where he goes through new comics he's bought, and then he makes he makes people vote on them to see what their favorite is. It's a lot of fun. It usually ends up being Rook, by the way. It's a real ghost machine fest. I need to give him some more interesting. I don't know what to do with these rings. I'll put like Celtish designs on them or something. I don't know. What is Mo and Odin talking about? Great show last night. Sticking with the title. I don't know what you guys are referring to. I'm glad my absence led you back to gambling. You know, you gotta stay sharp. If you're gonna have any hope of winning, you've got to stay sharp. You push those edges, you know. All right, enough faffing on this stupid hand. And this stupid hand, I'm gonna ink out anyway. Is this artwork for a VB Christmas? You think this is what we look like in Victoria? We're like old wizened men. Kind of. That's what we're getting to. Beaten down by our government. It's a shame. I wanted to get to drawing his shoes, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance here. Or his cool staff. I faffed on too many details. That's it. It's my lot in life. I am a faffer. Victorians are so rich, they would drink a rich beer. Oh, I wouldn't mind to get a little bit of that richness. Yeah, I gave him little like they're like little elf shoes, you know, like this, little things on the end. I just thought it added a little bit of whimsy. You know, that's what everyone wants, a bit of whimsy. From his rawhide shoes. Patchwork shoes. Fucking whimsy, says Zuma. Well, you know, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't whimsical back then, but it would be whimsical now. If you were to rock around in these bad boys, yeah, you know, that would be considered highly whimsical. Very tricky with Druids is the Romans literally destroyed their culture to a draconian degree. Well, when did the Romans leave? Was that in the 400s, early 400s? Or was it earlier? Because this is a fair amount of time after the Romans. There will be some cool Roman stuff still there. Obviously, he's going to actually be holed up in an abandoned Roman stronghold that's sort of like it's kind of decayed away over the century. But the cool thing about it is, because this guy Myrddin, he's known for being able to control animals. Like that's his folklore, yeah, and talk to animals and stuff like that. So I thought, what if the Romans brought over lions, bears, like big European direwolves and stuff? Get a bit fanciful with it. And then they just left them there when they, abandoned Britain. So I was like, there's just some cool stuff there. Push the history a little bit and do some fun stuff. So there's going to be a little bit of that in the story as well, which will be fun. But I have to go to work. I do have to go to work. Was Myrddin teased as a kid and called Nerthin? I don't know. What's up, Camel? The Romans didn't really leave so much as they kind of got bred out. Yeah, I know that, but I'm still going to do it anyway. I did read like a lot of the people that were living in the very heavy Roman stronghold areas, they just sort of got absorbed and outbred. And it's not like they left. They just, when you stop bringing, people in, it's just kind of, Rome stopped sending legions during the late 3rd century, but the Britannic warlords of Wales were still living in old Roman settlements and continue their traditions. That's perfect. That's actually works out perfect for the story. The lolly bowl is calling back. I will finish this up later today after the Christmas party, probably. Maybe. If not, definitely tomorrow. I'll put up the short and I'll give you all the juicy lore of Myrddin in it. So, yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's good to be back on X for real. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'll see if Rob wants to read, like we can do something tomorrow. I'm not necessarily like a straight art share, but like something a bit different, maybe something a bit fun. I'll see if he's down. He said maybe. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I will be. Oh, hang on. Is there anyone live? I always forget to check at this time because I'm thinking it's always like a weird time. Let's have a look. Customize. Redirect. Just Cecil. I'm going to Cecil. Why not? Say hello to Cecil. All right. I shall see you all on the morrow. Until then, have a great day and night. I'm going to go hit that lollyball. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.